Good morning everyone, and welcome once again to another of these stone circles that we have all around our country here. Today we're at Ballynoe Stone Circle, just outside Downpatrick in County Down. And Ballynoe Circle here behind me is one of the great stone circle rings of Western Europe. Modelled on the Great Stone Circle at Swinside in Cumbria in the Lake District in England. It's exactly the same latitude, and many people therefore believe that it was built as a counterpart to the Great Stone Circle in Swinside. This stone circle here behind me has got over 50 different sized and loosely spaced upright stones, all granite blocks, some of them over 2 metres high. This site was excavated in the late 1930s, but it is still very hard for us to understand what exactly went on here. We don't yet know which parts were built first and which parts were added on later, so the whole complex is still a mystery. And like all stone circles, this stone circle too has a unique feature. So let's move up now into the circle to see what that unique feature is in Ballynoe here today. And here, before we move actually into the circle, we have what's called an outlier stone. Called an outlier stone because it lies outside the actual circle. Now what its function was we don't know, but there are 3 of them here. And they're all aligned in a straight line. Behind me here is the second one, and the third one is aligned at the other side of the circle. 3 of them in a straight row. What their function was, we don't know, but they're called outlier stones. And here outside the circle we've got 2 stones standing close to each other. And they perhaps were put here to mark some sort of entrance into the circle, as you can see behind me, but we don't really know. And here I am at the special unique feature of this stone circle, right behind me here. The mound in the centre of the circle. The oval-shaped mound right here behind me. And the excavation in the 1930s focused on this oval-shaped mound. It's an earth mound, as I said, inside the circle. It had been built over an earlier stone cairn. That is a man-made pile of stones, and a number of small, upright, oval boulders had been set around it. The burnt bones of an adult male were found at the eastern end of this cairn in a small stone box, and at the other end there was another box which contained the burnt remains of 2, possibly 3 female adults. So does that suggest to us that this was some sort of a burial place, or some sort of burial or ceremonial rituals went on here? Again, we don't know, but that's what the excavations found. The presence of cremation burials here on this site and the stone boxes would suggest that this site was at least partly used for burials, probably in the early Bronze Age, and they may date back to 3000 BCE. That's a long time ago. And like all of these stone circles, there is probably an alignment going on here between some star constellation that these people recognised and looked at in the skies above them. They were stargazers, they were sky gazers, and they knew that we are all part of a greater cosmic system. Now, what is the star system here, if there is one? Well, looking at this picture coming up on your screen now, it would appear that it is Cassiopeia. Again, we don't know, but look at the evidence for yourself and judge for yourself what is going on here. Certainly, our ancient ancestors knew something that we have forgotten about. That we are part of a greater cosmic whole and not just part of this little planet Earth. And here we are at one of the special features of this stone circle. We have a hawthorn tree here, and unlike the hawthorn tree that we saw down in Greenstone Circle at Lochgurran, County Limerick, where we saw there that the tree actually split the stone in two. The tree here hasn't split this stone in two, it's actually growing from in under the stone. Hawthorn trees, of course, associated with the fairy people, the little folk, the sigh, the she. And here we've got loads of ribbons and little trinkets all round the tree. And Christine, I would say they're left by people who came here for healing with the healing stones. What do you think?
Yes, definitely. And you see there's either wishes or coins have been left. That could be to the fairies, but again, just for any requests to higher powers, spirits.
Something beyond us, something higher than us, yes.
For some assistance in whatever they may need at that particular time.
Yeah. And you must remember, these stone circles were very, very much part of people's everyday lives. Same way as today, people go to church, they go to the temple, they go to the mosque, just to be there and experience some kind of energy, some sort of healing. So these stone circles were all part of people's everyday lives. Mm-hmm. Another special feature of Ballynoe Stone Circle is the spectacular backdrop setting of the majestic mountains of Mourne. Our portal entrance is aligned to the setting sun at the spring equinox, March 21st, and the setting sun at winter solstice, 21st of December. It seems that the sun slides down over the mountains of Mourne and then shines right into the circle. Very special. And here we have found a stone with some cup marks in it. Cup marks being an ancient form of artwork incorporated into some of these stones here. Some other stones here have the same cup marks. And here we have a kind of an iron bracelet. Someone has pushed through two of the cup marks. And interestingly enough, the top of the iron bracelet has got a serpent's head, and here we have the tail at the other end. So here we are on the way out again from Ballynoe Stone Circle. And we're on the entry here and the exit to the circle. It's an enchanting walkway, a covered walkway, where the hawthorn trees on either side form a canopy the whole way up and down the entry. And all along the walk here, we've got these little fairy doors that have been set here, planted here by people on their way up and their way out. And certainly, the whole feeling here is one of enchantment and a fairy world feeling. Hawthorn trees, of course, been associated with fairy folk, the little folk, the sigh, the she, whatever you want to call them. And we're certainly here in a very enchanting pathway leading to and from Ballynoe. And the peace and the silence is overpowering. All you can hear is the wind rustling through the canopy here, and these beautiful hawthorn trees, all lined either side, and the sun sparkling through them. It's just beautiful.